Audio Jungle.
Piers Morgan has admitted that he is delighted after Ofcom found that he was not in breach of regulations with his Meghan Markle comments on Good Morning Britain. The journalist even asked for his old ITV job back following the result, which has come 6 months after he left GMB following the backlash against his remarks about Meghan. The former GMB anchor, 56, was investigated by the broadcast regulator after his remarks about the Duchess sparked a record-breaking number of 58,000 complaints. The controversial incident even led to Piers leaving his GMB job, after he dramatically stormed off of the set during a bitter row with his co-star Alex Beresford about the royal. However, Ofcom concluded on Wednesday that Piers was not in breach of their broadcasting code. In their report, the regulator stated that Piers was entitled to say he disbelieved the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's allegations, after he slammed their claims live on air. Reacting to the decision publicly, Piers was delighted and quickly took to social media to celebrate, and hit out at Meghan. Taking to Twitter, he announced that he was delighted with the ruling, and described the decision as a resounding victory for free speech and a resounding defeat for Princess Pinocchio, referring to the Duchess herself. He wrote, "I'm delighted Ofcom has endorsed my right to disbelieve the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's incendiary claims to Oprah Winfrey, many of which have proven to be untrue. This is a resounding victory for free speech and a resounding defeat for Princess Pinocchio's. Do I get my job back?" Explaining their decision, Ofcom insisted that despite Morgan's comments being potentially harmful and offensive, broadcasters can include such opinions as part of a legitimate debate in the public interest. Their full summary read, "This was a finely balanced decision. Mr. Morgan's comments were potentially harmful and offensive to viewers, and we recognize the strong public reaction to them. But we also took full account of freedom of expression. Under our rules, broadcasters can include controversial opinions as part of legitimate debate in the public interest, and the strong challenge to Mr. Morgan from other contributors provided important context for viewers." They added that they've reminded ITV to take greater care around content discussing mental health and suicide in future. The regulator cited that Piers was allowed to say that he disbelieved her allegations under freedom of expression. Ofcom said, "The code allows for individuals to express strongly held and robustly argued views, including those that are potentially harmful or highly offensive, and for broadcasters to include these in their programming. The restriction of such views would, in our view, be an unwarranted and chilling restriction on freedom of expression both of the broadcaster and the audience." The complaints to Ofcom came after 2 episodes of Good Morning Britain which aired on the 8 and 9 of March, the mornings before and after Harry and Meghan's Oprah interview was shown in the UK. In the CBS Oprah interview, Meghan had opened up about her mental health struggles, stating that she didn't want to be alive anymore, but that she did not receive adequate help from Buckingham Palace. She also alleged that an anonymous member of the royal family had questioned how dark their son Archie's skin could be. However, Piers blasted Meghan the next day by saying that he did not believe a word she said, and later walked off the program after clashing with Alex Beresford who had defended Meghan. It was then announced that Piers would be leaving the show that evening. ITV's statement at the time read, "Following discussions with ITV, Piers Morgan has decided now is the time to leave Good Morning Britain. ITV has accepted this decision and has nothing further to add." Piers Morgan has boasted that his stock is rising again after he was found not to have breached Ofcom's broadcasting code over his comments about Meghan Markle. The 56-year-old former Good Morning Britain presenter had walked out on the ITV show after he refused to apologise for his rants about the Duchess of Sussex, especially after her explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey. Piers has now claimed that the number of job offers he has received have now accelerated in the wake of the Ofcom ruling and that he is just looking for an employer who believes in free speech like he does. Speaking outside his home following the broadcasting watchdog's ruling on Good Morning Britain, he said, "I have had loads of offers and they have accelerated in the last 10 hours, as you can imagine, and I will take my free speech campaign around the world and all I require is to have an employer who believes in it as passionately as I do." Piers said the rise in ITV's breakfast news show's ratings during his stint on the program means he is a valuable commodity, adding, "I'm considering some very interesting offers right now and I will make a decision quite soon." This is a landmark ruling by Ofcom today. This is Ofcom saying I and any other broadcaster is entitled to say to a public figure, "I don't believe you." Because if they had gone the other way and said I had to believe Meghan Markle even when she was lying, where does that leave us with government ministers who I was challenging during the pandemic? Piers was seen beaming with delight at the GQ Awards, which took place at the Tate Modern in London on Wednesday evening. Looking dapper in a black suit and tie, Piers was looking full of confidence after the Ofcom ruling left him with a feeling of justification over his outbursts while speaking about Meghan and Prince Harry.